Hey guys, my name is Mark. I just wanted to hop on YouTube to kind of share like a funny story time video or, whatever. So this is my truth. So I'm 24 years old, growing up in middle school, getting like bullied or whatever. There was this guy around with pink hair, his name was Jeffree Star. So he did music, he was like super cool, like, this is like when like Hot Topic was a thing and everyone was like emo cutting the wrists. And like, Britney Spears was shaving her head and shit. So Jeffree Star was kind of like, like a real big deal, at my school. So I always kind of like knew who Jeffree Star was. I've always followed him, but I stopped like being like a mega fan, as like time progressed, whatever. So fast forward, all my friends are like really into like makeup and stuff like that. And so I like know about Jeffree Star and I know about like Manny and like Laura. Like I know about like all of like those like little like YouTube channels or whatever. I'm not trying to, this video is not like me making fun of anybody, but this is just kind of like, I'm sick of people acting like they're the shit and they can do whatever they want when, they fucking smell like sriracha sauce, I want to put a stop to it. So this is the story. This is story time, guys. So my friend, she had to go to LA because she needed to do some work. And we got a free flight, free place to stay, and we got some spending money. So I was like, fuck it, like, cool, like, I'm down, like, let's go. And we get there, so we get to LA, she's off doing her thing, and if you don't know me, maybe they call me Messy Mark, because I am fucking messy. Like, I'm always on Grindr, I'm always on Tinder, I'm always trying to get dick down, And I was living my best life. I was on Grindr, Tinder, in LA, just going through everything. It was like new guys, and yeah, I mean, so I was ready to have some fun. So I'm on there watching TV, going on Grindr every like 15 minutes, like checking it out, checking out the scene. And I go through my messages when I open the app back, and I swear it was Manny, like the YouTube guy that was friends with Jeffree Star. And I was like, oh shit, like no way. So I take a screenshot and I send it to my homegirl who was like in a business meeting. I'm like, oh my god, like this is Manny MUA. And it was a picture of him just like wearing like a normal t-shirt, like no makeup on, just him smiling like in his room, his bedroom or whatever. So I was like, like cool. But I didn't think it was a catfish because, okay, I've seen the show Catfish. Like if you're going to like catfish someone like for nudes on Grindr, you're normally going to take like a picture of like someone off Tumblr. Like you're going to use, how do I say this without being mean? You're not gonna use someone that's not like a 10. Like Manny, like he's cute and everything, but like if you're gonna make a catfish account, you're gonna use a hot guy for the pic. So I'm like, this has to be Manny. Like Manny's like not even that popping. Like maybe he is on Grindr, maybe he just wants to like suck some dick. Maybe he's into weird shit. Like what do I know? So I'm talking to him and I'm just like, like, oh, like what do you do for work? And he's just being like really elusive about stuff like that. And I was just like asking him questions because I thought it was just like so fucking funny. But I'm not letting him know that I know him. So he's like, well, what are you doing later? And I'm like, well, I'm free right now. Like, do you want to come through? And he's like, I can't right now. I can't at 4. So I'm like, 4 o'clock. Okay, she gets back at 7. Like, yeah, like fuck it. Like, let's do it. So I'm like, I instantly call my friend. She has to step out of her meeting. I'm like, oh my god, like Manny MUA is about to come over and fuck. Like, I don't really want to do it. She's like, you gotta do it. It's gonna be so fucking funny. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about like if you're like a huge movie star or like kind of like a D-lister. Like if you're like on Grindr, like it's just like so, it's like so fucking funny. Like you don't have like any like connections to like like fuck or anything, but whatever. So anyway, so he comes over, right? Well, he texts me that he's gonna be over at 4. So at 5 o'clock, he's like, hey, I'm on my way. So I'm like thinking in my head the whole time, like, fuck, like, timing or whatever. So he comes over, he knocks on the door, I look through the peephole, it's fucking him. So I'm like, holy shit, like, this can't be real. So I let him in, and one of the first things he does, he's like, like, hi, like, my name is Manny, like, how are you? Like, I'm like, oh, hey, like, I'm Mark, nice to meet you, like, you're super cute, way cuter than your pictures, a fucking lie. But he comes in, and he was real skittish, like, he instantly came to, like, close the blinds, and it was, like, really weird. So I went to the bathroom and I was like, oh, I'm gonna use the bathroom. And then he was like, like, wait, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? I'm like, the bathroom. And he was just like on some sort of like fucking drug or something. Like, I've had sex with like a lot of people, but this was like one of like the weirdest fucking times. It's not even because it was like Manny. He was just like fucking weird as shit. So Manny, so I'm in the bathroom like doing my thing. Like, I didn't even douche. Like, I didn't even like prepare myself. Like, I didn't want to fuck. Like, I just like wanted to see if it was real. Like, that he actually came. And when he came, I'm like, fuck. Like, what do I do? So I come back out. We're sitting on like the bed, and we're just small talking about like our days or whatever. He's like, I think he was like on Adderall or cocaine or poppers, or he was on some shit. But anyway, I went to go down and like grab his thigh. Like, we gotta get something popping. Like, I was just bored as shit. So we grab his thigh, we start making out, we're going through the motions, like, we're ready, like I'm ready. So I take my shirt off, he takes his shirt off, I take my pants off, and he instantly goes on to like suck my dick. So I'm like, cool. So he's down there for like 10 minutes, and as he's doing it, he kind of like takes his pants off too, like as he's like, doing his thing. So I'm just kind of like laying back like on the bed like this. And I'm like looking at his like package, and like his dick literally looked like I'm not trying to be like petty, but it was like like one of like those like weird like pointy dicks, and it was probably like this big, but it was like pointy, and it was just like weird, and it had like crust on it, and it was like fucking gross. Like, I like to think of myself as like, I like all sorts of dicks, but like his dick was like not appetizing. And then in my mind, I thought like we were just gonna give each other like head, but I was like instantly like turned off. Like, I did not want to give him head. So he's giving me head, and I'm like, Jesus, like we gotta do something. So I grab him, and like I like lean him like back on the bed, and like like I get on top of him. So I'm like making out with his like face, his neck, his chest, his arms, like going through all the motions to like avoid like like giving him head. So like I'm going down, right? And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to have to like give him head. And let me just talk about Manny MUA's like head skills. Like, he was using his hand most of the time. Like I hate that shit. Like, like when you're like someone's giving you head and like they just do it weak and they like use their hand in it. Like, I fucking hate that shit. Like God, it doesn't even feel fucking good. So I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just do the same thing to him. Like, I really don't want to. So I'm going down. He like instantly like hikes his legs up. He hikes his legs up. So I'm like rude, like, okay, so you want me to like eat you out? Like what's the deal? So I'm like, whatever, like I'm bored as shit. So I take his legs, I pin him back, and the whole time he was just like, like, yeah, daddy, like, yeah, you want to fucking eat that ass, like, you want to fuck me, like, all this shit. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm laughing, but like in real life, I'm like, yeah, let me do all this, like, just talking dirty. But in my mind, I'm laughing so hard, trying to like just remember everything so I can tell my homegirl about it. That's the only reason I did this, just so I can have like a funny story to tell. So I go down, I'm about to eat his ass, right? I pin him back, and I go down, and it just smelled like fucking. Okay, have you ever went to Wendy's, like in the summertime, and came back to your car, and your car just smells like burnt Wendy's sriracha sauce, and maybe you had like some gas that spilled in your car, or some like tuna, but I don't know. His ass just smelled like trash. Like, his ass smelled like sriracha sauce. His ass just like, he didn't even clean himself. Like, it was so fucking gross. And he was like tweaking, like he was on like fucking drugs. So I like literally like, didn't really want to eat his ass, but like what else am I gonna do? So I kind of like, was like kind of like kissing it, and like, like kind of like eating around it, like not actually going for the hole. It was so fucking gross. Like if you're a bottom, like have good hygiene. Like, I can't take this shit anymore. I'm just so sick of, like nothing's worse than a bottom with bad hygiene. So I'm like, whatever. Like, it is what it is. So grab a condom, put it on, put some lube on it, work it out, and So we were fucking. So I was like on top of him, like fucking him for a couple minutes, and then we did like the sideways missionary, or I don't know, like the sideways fuck, where you know you hit it from the side or whatever. I don't know. So fucking stupid, right? So I'm like fucking Manny MUA in my hotel room, and it's so funny. And like the whole time he was like tweaking, and he just like smelled like shit. Like not even like his ass, like his arms, his fucking hair smelled like weird, like have good hygiene. So I'm like fucking him. I'm like whatever. 10 minutes later, I nut, and then he's just kind of like looking at me after, and I'm like in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like you're good to go. Like nice to meet you, but you know he still had something to finish. So I'm like, okay, like whatever. So I kind of like cuddled up against him, like kind of grabbing him, and he was like jocking his shit, and he was like, you know, like, oh yeah, daddy, like did you like that fuck? Like, did you like my hole? Was that my did that feel good? Like, big dick daddy, like all this like weird like dirty talk, like while he's jacking himself off, and it was so fucking funny to me. So whatever. So he finished, like whatever. He fucking like did like little cum dribbles. He didn't even shoot a fucking load. Like he just smelled like shit. And I'm like whatever. Like he was nice. He was just a fucking tweaker. He was just on fucking like. He was just like on fucking coke, or he was like on poppers or something. So he leaves. My homegirl comes back an hour later. We go to dinner. I'm telling her all about it. Like the time that like we were in the hotel room, the time that we were on Uber, and the time that we were at lunch or whatever, or dinner. So the whole time I'm just like telling her about it. Like it was just so fucking funny. It was such a key. And you know, I realized like who am I gonna tell? Like what am I gonna do? Like go on Twitter, like to like my fucking like 50 followers, and like tell them I just had sex with Manny. Like what am I gonna do? Like put it on my story? Like oh, just fuck Manny MUA. So I just like kept it to myself. Like who am I gonna fucking tell? You know, I have like like a couple friends like I told like it's like whatever. Like it is what it is. Like I fucked like a little makeup artist. Like fuck it. So all this drama's coming out about Jeffree Star and Nikita and Manny and Laura. And I just feel so bad because it's like how are you gonna like be like the ringleader and like a manipulator and just a shitty person when your ass smells like sriracha sauce? Like